Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of RPS Live. We have a great one tonight talking about academics, first preschool, and also our virtual pathway for next year. So really excited to have those conversations. Before we dive in, a few announcements as always. First and foremost, just a reminder about Monday, Memorial Day, May 31st. We are closed. We will have extra meals for the long weekend. So keep an eye out for that at the bus stops. But reminder, we are closed Memorial Day, May 31st. Also, the last day of school has shifted from June 18th to June 17th. June 18th is now going to be a day off in observance of Juneteenth. And so our last day of school will be Thursday, June 17th. It will run on a Wednesday schedule. So I know that sounds confusing, but it's a Thursday that will run on a Wednesday schedule, meaning kids get out a little bit earlier and then teachers can wrap up for the year. So again, last day of school, Thursday, June 17th. Friday, June 18th is now closed in observance of Juneteenth. A couple other announcements. The board recently adopted new start and end times for students for next school year. I want to make sure everybody hears about those. We made these changes to better reflect brain science, which tells us that the older kids need to sleep more, and starting a little bit later is good for them, for their physical health, their mental health, and their academics. That's all according to the American Pediatrics Association. So high schoolers will go from 8:45 until 3:45. Middle school will go from 8:15 to 3:15, and elementary school will go from 7:45 to 2:45. We have to stagger the times because of transportation. We can't transport all of our kids all at the same time, given the number of buses and bus drivers we have. So that is the reason for the stagger. I do want to note a few schools will be running on a schedule that is different from the type of school that they are. So for example, River City Middle School will actually run on the high school schedule. Again, this is because of transportation. And the following elementary schools will be running on the middle school schedule. That's Cardinal, Chimborazo, Red, Carver, Ginter Park, and Westover Hills. They will run on the middle school schedule. All of this information is on our website, and your local school will provide details as well. Another big deadline coming up this Friday, May 28th is the last day to sign up for summer school. We are closing in on our goal of 4,000 students registered, which is amazing. Last year and in years prior, we only had about 1,000 students. So we're really excited to try to reach our goal. So if you have not signed up yet, please do so. Summer school is now open to all of our students. It's a combination of academics and enrichment. Will really be a camp-like experience. It's in person, so we're excited to have kids back. Please spread the word, have folks sign up. You can do that on our website, rvaschools.net. And last, but certainly not least, June 1st is the deadline to let us know if you would like to continue virtually next year. We know that for some families, given health circumstances, virtual is going to be a better option for them. We have a form on our website in English and in Spanish where you can let us know if you would like to remain virtual. I will say we would love to have as many kids back in person as we possibly can, but of course we understand virtual might be necessary for some families. Again, the deadline, June 1st, so please make sure to mark your calendars and let us know. Thank you so much. All right, let's dive in and get to our main event tonight. Academics focusing on preschool and our virtual pathway. Let's first do some introductions. I'm just going to go by where you are on my screen. So on the top left, Marie LaMonica Saro, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Marie LaMonica Saro. I am the Early Childhood Instructional Specialist for preschool.
And tell everybody, what does that mean? What do you do?
So basically what that means is I support classrooms and teachers with curriculum implementation, professional development, and I'm also making sure that our systems for teachers support kids and families in their learning in a developmentally appropriate way.
And early childhood is fancy education speak for?
So nationally, it talks about education birth to 5, those pre-kindergarten skills, really focusing on kindergarten readiness.
Awesome. Welcome. Next on my screen on my top right, I see Imani Hill. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Imani Hill, and I am a teacher with our VPI program, and I am currently at Summerhill Preschool Center.
Fantastic. And so you have 4-year-olds?
Yes, I have 4-year-olds. Actually, this year I have a few 3-year-olds as well, and we are finishing off this year strong and getting ready for either preschool again or kindergarten.
Fantastic. Well, welcome. So happy to have you here. And next, Gloria Keating.
Hi, everybody. Yes, my name is Gloria, and I'm the Family and Community Engagement Specialist for the preschool program. So I have the privilege to work with our families from recruiting them to sign into the program through the registration enrollment process, and then through the year, I'm able to work with them and do all kinds of fun activities to get them involved in their baby's education.
Fantastic. Welcome. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Tracy Epp, welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tracy. I'm our Chief Academic Officer.
Thank you for being here, Tracy. All right, friends. First, can families still register their kids for preschool?
Yes, they can, and they should, because preschool is great. It's a great start for the education, and enrollment is open.
So where do you go if you want to register your child for preschool?
Right. So you go to our website, rbschools.net/enroll, and there is a menu there for pre-K through 12. So you just want to go to the pre-K link and fill out your online application. There are all kinds of information there about the program too.
I'm going to try to take us there. Let's see if I can do this. Go to right here. It says enroll RPS.
Right.
And
The
right here,
first
preschool
one,
enrollment.
Yes, this is us.
Yahoo! There you go.
Right.
So it lays out everything that you need to know in English and in Spanish. Fantastic. And again, our website is rvaschools.net. Right here on the right-hand side, it says enroll RPS, and that takes you to the page. By the way, for folks watching, just a reminder, you can go up to the top of the page right here, click translate, and you can pick any of, oh my gosh, I think it's over 100 languages. It will automatically translate the entire website for you. Here, I'll just switch it to Spanish, and you'll see enroll RPS changes to inscribir a RPS. So there you go. You have it for Spanish speakers and any other language as well. Okay, I will stop sharing. That is wonderful news. So sign up, register. We want to have your kids. Why is preschool so important? Imani, tell us what is so important about preschool.
Preschool is definitely the most important year of a child's education because it is the foundation for everything that they will work on after that. Especially with our preschool program at Richmond Public Schools, we really strive to foster a healthy and enriching environment in education, and it starts at this age. So we're so excited to work with these children at such a young age to make this the first step in their academic career.
Amen. So Marie, if there's any parents out there that are like, well, I want to wait till kindergarten, what would you say? Give us your pitch. Why should they send them to preschool?
Absolutely. So what's I think really unique about our approach to preschool is we actually do offer pre-K 3 and pre-K 4. So your child could be in our program up to 2 years before kindergarten, building social emotional skills, early literacy skills, math skills, and everything we do is play-based. So behind the scenes, our teachers are doing a lot of work to individualize instruction in large groups and in small groups and one-on-one interactions to make sure that the way that we're playing in classrooms is very intentional and is driven by developmentally appropriate goals. So our teachers have 38 objectives that they look at across ranges of development, and then they're planning activities every day to meet those goals by the end of the year.
So the kids aren't just sitting with books, learning to read all day long. That's all that they do now?
No, absolutely not. So the kind of idea of what we think of as like formal education, right? Like when you're picturing like a textbook with a child is not the way it looks in our classrooms, but that's okay. That's what's developmentally appropriate for them. They might be playing in sand, but the questions teachers are asking and the materials that are given to children and the way that they're exploring and interacting is building their brain so that it's ready to learn for kindergarten and beyond.
Love it. And Tracy, what does the research tell us about, on average, kids who go to preschool for a couple of years and kids who don't?
Yeah, so students who go to preschool versus students who don't end up reading at much stronger rates by third grade than students who do not go to preschool or have any kind of early childhood. And that data is even more stark for children in marginalized communities. So preschool really is a way to give students an important foundation and really jumpstart so that they can go into kindergarten ready to learn to read. And if you're wondering why, what the magic is, Imani's classroom is a place that's truly magical. It looks like play and exploration, but the kids, she's very intentional about what students are learning. And so you can see, if you go to a classroom like Imani's, you will be able to see the difference that 1 or 2 years in a classroom like that can make for a child going into kindergarten confident, able to interact and share with peers, and sort of being comfortable in the school place so that they are ready to learn and are not as anxious about a new environment.
Amen. For families watching, one analogy I use is imagine you're at the racetrack at the Olympics, all at the starting line, ready to go. And some kids are about 100 yards ahead of everybody else. And they get to start 100 yards further down the path than everybody else. Those are the kids who've been in preschool. They just have a giant step forward in their preparation, and not just things like reading, but the research shows that with great preschool, every one of the things that's good for kids goes up, and every one of the things that's bad for kids goes down. So graduation rates, better. Incarceration rates, lower. So literally everything that's good goes up, everything that's bad goes down. And it really is just an incredibly important time for brain development, social development. And so strongly encourage folks to sign up. All right, Imani, let's go to the magical place that is your classroom. What's it like? Paint a picture for families. What is preschool like? Are there some interesting, exciting things going on next year that they should know about? Take us into your world.
A typical day in my classroom would, of course, start off with free breakfast, one of the favorite meals of the day, as they enjoy coming in and talking with their peers during that time. After breakfast, we'll transition into a morning meeting, which gives the children an opportunity to share with us. And as you can imagine, at this age, they like to share various things with us, from things they like to do or things they would like to see us do in the classroom. Most of the times, we will transition to our large group where we will do a few activities together, get in some whole group learning before moving into our work time or our center breakdown, where at that time they are actively learning again through play in different areas of our classroom. And also during that time, we will pull them out for a small group or individualized instruction, where we get a little more intimate with the students, and we will go over different academic aspects from literacy to math, and everything that you could expect to see in preschool and or kindergarten readiness. We also have a few favorites of the day, such as our Music Together program with our teachers. We have lunch, recess. We do have a rest time, as the little ones sometimes get a little tired from us moving all around all day. And that is typically what a day looks like in our classroom. being in a preschool center or a preschool that is at an elementary school, you will constantly see us moving. You will see the teachers moving up and down all day, as well as the children on the floor, off the floor, and really just trying to foster that environment where they are learning through play, having fun, and ultimately preparing for kindergarten.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Tell us a little bit about the Music Together program.
Music Together, I've been a part for the last, I want to say 3 or 4 years, and it's absolutely wonderful. We have a teacher, even in this virtual setting, that comes into our classroom and exposes the children to different instruments, different genres of music and songs, and it has been a life changer for my students' lives in the past few years. And you see children that may not open up to you as much. It's something about Music Together that when we have that program, we can get everyone to participate. So it's an excellent program that we have for our preschoolers.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. Gloria, let me ask you, there might be some families watching who maybe English isn't their first language and are concerned about, is it okay to send my children to preschool? And can you share anything to them that might help them assuage some of their concerns?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually encourage our families that are English learners to register for preschool, because this is the perfect time for little ones to learn English with everybody else. Everybody's learning at the same time that this is a circle or a triangle, and the colors, everything they're learning together with the peers, so they don't feel left out. And the interactions they have, the teachers create in the classrooms, are excellent for them to acquire language. I've been working with preschoolers for many years now, and I always see them, those that come into the program with 0 English, living fluent and ready for kindergarten. And just imagine the difference that makes for children that can go into kindergarten knowing the language and ready to start learning how to read and write, and those who didn't have that preschool experience, right? And they go into kindergarten with 0 English or very little English. So yeah, definitely important for our families to register. And for those that are a little hesitant, this is a great time also for parents to have a new start in the school experience. Some of our families maybe didn't have the best experience as students, but now they can come in as parents, be welcome in their schools, and get involved again and have a better experience for their babies and for themselves too.
And Gloria,
And
oh, sorry,
I
go
was
ahead.
just going to say, it is 100% free. It is not something you have to pay for. I know a lot of families struggle with childcare, and preschool is absolutely free. So your 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds, not only are they being cared for while you're working, but they are learning and growing and getting ready for kindergarten. So just want to make sure that is clear. Tracy, you want to add?
2 quick notes. Well, one, Gloria has just been a tireless advocate for our Spanish-speaking families to get much more aware of our pre-K offerings. So if you have any further questions, Gloria is a great contact for that. And then I know sometimes folks worry that they may not qualify for preschool because enrollment requirements sometimes depend on income or other things, but there are many, many criteria that families can qualify for pre-K. And so if you're not sure, we just say apply. We want to find a way to serve your child. And so please don't let, sort of legacy information or what you've heard in the past prevent you from applying. We will, if you are eligible, we will find a way to get your child enrolled. And there are many, many ways to become eligible for pre-K that are not merely income-based.
Absolutely. So important. Marie, how many preschools do we have? What are they? Where are they?
Sure. So we have 5 preschool centers, and we also have classrooms within elementary schools across the district. We also do have community partners where we can also serve children in communities. So we are everywhere, kind of the setting that is best for you, whether it's in the elementary school or in our preschool centers. They're all functioning with the same curriculum, and they are all supported.
And is there transportation to our preschool centers?
Yes, there is transportation to our preschool centers.
Fantastic. So to summarize, this is an amazing, fun, beautiful experience with incredible teachers like Miss Hill. It's free. There's free transportation, and you get a head start on kindergarten. So basically, there is no reason to not go to preschool. So go to our website, rvaschools.net. Make sure to click on the Enroll RPS icon and sign up. Anything else we should share about preschool for next year?
So yes, with the change of schedule, we just want to let our families know that we're going to offer after school care. So actually this new schedule will work very well with our working families, so they can either bring their babies to the bus stop or bring them to school early and then pick them up late after they leave work. So we will provide that for our families, and it is important, and it's going to be free also.
Thank you for reminding me about that. So preschool next year starts at 7:45 in the morning. It goes until 2:45. That's the formal day. But then there will be aftercare to 5 o'clock, I believe is what we're shooting for, to make sure that our working families can work and then have their kids taken care of the entire time. So really, you're talking about 7:45 to 5, kids being fed, cared for, learning. It's an absolutely fantastic option for families. Anything else we're missing on preschool?
I think the other thing I would just highlight is we're really committed to developmentally appropriate practice, no matter the setting you choose. So whether you choose virtual academy or you choose in person, of course, we want your babies in our center, but if you're not ready for that, please enroll in virtual. We've created a really robust experience virtually that is really driven by developmentally appropriate practice. So please enroll, please choose preschool, whichever option is best for you.
Thank you so much for raising that, Marie. I forgot to touch on that. Yes, we would love for you to come back in person to start your preschool career in person. Nothing replaces that connection with amazing teachers like Miss Hill, sitting there on the carpet doing all the wonderful activities. And we are doing lots of things to make sure that it is very safe for your children. Of course, all of our staff will have the opportunity to be vaccinated, and most of them already are vaccinated. We will have all kinds of things in our classrooms to keep things safe, cleaning protocols, air filters in our room that are medical grade, hospital grade filters in our room to keep the air nice and clean, hand sanitizer stations in the rooms, masks. So it's going to be a very safe environment. But if for medical reasons you feel you are not ready to send your little one, we understand, and we will have a virtual option. So what is the virtual option? Amani, can you talk a little bit about that? Like, what has virtual preschool been like this year? What will it be like next year? I've heard so many great things about our virtual preschool. It's really blown my mind because, I was a middle school teacher. First of all, the thought of teaching preschool was very scary to me. Number one. Number two, the thought of teaching preschool virtually is super scary to me. So tell me, how has it been, and how have you made it work, and what will next year look like?
We have definitely made it work. Teaching preschool in general is an adventure. Teaching virtually has been an adventure, but it's been awesome. We are now in the testing phase, and to see their academic growth and their social growth is absolutely 100% amazing. I think the kids really enjoy being on the screen, although we couldn't be together physically, and still having that interaction, especially virtually with their peers. And it still allows them to get to know each other and get to know their teachers. And there's still a wide variety of activities that you can do virtually. I know some parents were nervous about it being limited, but virtually, you still get your academics in, and we're still able to grow socially and emotionally. So whatever option that you choose for the fall will be a great one, whether virtual or in person.
You just don't get any hugs in the virtual. That's the only.
No, unfortunately.
Tracy, can you share a little bit more about the RPS Virtual Academy next year, what's involved, and
Sure.
just help folks make the best possible decision for next year?
Sure. So we are offering pre-K through 12 virtual school. So for any RPS student who is not ready to come back in person, you can opt in to virtual. We ask that you do that by Tuesday, June 1st, if at all possible, because that will allow us to make sure we hire the right number of teachers at the right grade levels, et cetera. For pre-K 5, students will have a traditional sort of Richmond experience with Richmond teachers. For 6 through 12, we are partnering with Virtual Virginia, and they will be our content providers and our teachers, and students in grades 6 through 12, in addition to their virtual teacher, will have a mentor teacher who helps coach or guide them, check in with them on if they're having challenges with assignments or attendance. There'll be a liaison between sort of their homeschool and the virtual Virginia teacher. So first headline, we do have virtual school available for you pre-K 12. I think the second thing, if you intend to return to school virtually, please try to indicate that by June 1st using the link on our website. If you are new to RPS, you can access that option through the Enroll RPS portal that Mr. Cameras showed us earlier for any grade level. And then a couple of things I think to consider. We will continue to provide technology, computers, hotspots if needed, supply kits, textbooks, workbooks, novels, whatever it is that students need to learn at home. We will work to mimic the length of the school day, the start and end times as our traditional elementary, middle, and high, although for secondary, the times may vary depending on the Virtual Virginia coursework and the teachers who are teaching that. So once students register early in the summer, we'll be able to get you your personalized schedule. And then I think the last thing we want families to know, I think two things. One, while this is a full school day, you will not be on the screen for 7 to 8 straight hours. We will have a blend of asynchronous learning. We will have a blend of face-to-face time, small group instruction, whole group instruction. We will be working with our teachers to take the lessons learned from this year around virtual teaching and apply that so students get a meaningful experience virtually. And then lastly, if you start virtually, you can eventually, if you at any point in the school year, you decide that it's time for your child to come back in person, you can make that change. So you are not locked in for the entire year. So those are a couple of things we want our families to know.
Fantastic. And we've gotten some questions. Those are mostly about preschool. So I'm going to hold on that for just 1 second. Just on the virtual, I just want to show everybody. I'm going to screen share again just one more time. So again, here's our website. And if you scroll up, we're still on Spanish, which is fantastic. But I'm going to put it back to English. Let's see. I have to go over here. Sorry. Actually, oh, here it is. There we go. Okay. If I scroll down to right
there in the middle.
Right here, where it says Reopen with Love 2.0, there is the virtual instruction selection form. So that's the English version. You click on that and see it takes you to that form. And then we also have it here in Spanish as well. So just so you know where to find it, again, just go to our homepage and you'll be all set. Okay, let's answer a few questions. Will the pre-K students have the same teacher in September if they are not moving on to kindergarten? So I think what they're saying is, will they have the same teacher as you have right now? I don't know if we can promise that. I'm seeing a lot of shaking heads no. So I think you probably would not have the same teacher. Is that the story?
Well, so not necessarily. So if you're in pre-K3, it is our goal, if you are staying at your same site, to try to keep you with your same teacher. However, we also need to look at our enrollment fully and eligibility and the makeup of classrooms. And this year in virtual, we did have some mixed age groups, and next year we will not. So as we're figuring out those things, we are doing our best to preserve the relationships that already exist and fit everybody into the right classroom at their zoned school.
So you might have the same teacher, but you might not. So we want to be clear about that. Related, can you request your child's teacher? And the answer to that is no, you cannot, unfortunately. I know everybody would like to be in Miss Hill's class, but he cannot fit in 1,000 students. So we have to make those decisions at a school and district level. Next question, is the schedule for exceptional education preschool students the same, 7:45 to 2:45? And the answer is yes. Our exceptional education students get the exact same opportunities as all of our other kids, so absolutely. All right, with an extra hour next school year, what will a 7-hour preschool day look like? So who wants to take that one?
I can take that one.
All right, Marie.
So our curriculum is designed for a half day, a full 6-hour day, a 10-hour day. It is used across programs across the country. And really the purpose of our play-based curriculum is to expose children to lots of different activities. So whether it's large groups, small groups, mixtures of high energy and calm activities, we will design a schedule and have designed a schedule that gives them mixtures throughout the day that will fill their school day. So don't worry, that extra hour is just giving us more opportunity to give them exposure to more types of activities. And we are ready, and we're waiting for you. We're ready for you.
That is awesome. And then they're more likely to go to sleep early, which is great for parents. I can say that as a parent myself. I think that is all of our questions for now. Anything that we have not touched on that anybody thinks it's important we should mention?
Well, if parents have any questions, send us an email to preschool@rvaschools.net, and we'll be answering all those emails tomorrow.
preschool@rvaschools.net. preschool@rvaschools.net. Fantastic. Marie, any other thoughts you'd like to share to close us out?
No, that's it. We're so excited that you're considering putting your child in our preschool centers, and we can't wait to see you.
Tracy, any other words?
No, whether you're joining us virtually or in person, we cannot wait to see you for the 21-22 school year or summer school for our Boost program, which is starting July 12th for our pre-K8 students. So if you also have not registered for summer school, please do so. We do have seats open and we're ready to see you.
Amen. And I'm going to give the last word to our amazing teacher, Miss Hill. Go for it. What's the final pitch on preschool?
Preschool is real school, and we want everybody to know it. We're excited, and we're hoping that you will join us, whether in person or virtually, in the fall. This is the best year and the foundation of everybody's academic career, so we can't wait to see you.
Miss Hill told you it's the best year. You got to do it. We cannot wait to see you, whether it's in person or virtual. 3 years old, 4 years old, all welcome. We can't wait to have you. All right, that wraps us up for tonight. Everybody have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you back here next week at 7 p.m. Take care, everybody.
Bye.